So this will probably be one of the hottest topics this week on crypto YouTube, where Bitcoin is on the daily breaking out of this very huge falling wedge pattern. Now, I've been waiting on this for months, and so I should be really excited, right? But I'm not. I'm getting some mixed signals here, and I think we need to talk about them today. So before you get all excited and just jump in on this presumed breakout, let's take a little deeper look at it and see what's going on. Welcome back to Road Dog Crypto. My name is Lane, and we're going to take a look at Bitcoin today because it looks like it's doing something really, really good. But what I'm not seeing here is the volume that we need on this breakout. So it has a high probability of actually rolling over, and we need to take a look and see what's going on. Now, there are some things in its favor, and I could be wrong on this. So we'll go over, both sides of the argument here. But clearly we do have a breakout right here, a candle close above the trend line and a candle open that we're currently in today over that trend line. But what I'm not seeing is the volume right here. Actually, I'm seeing declining volume and rising price. If we look at our volume cheat sheet, you can see that when price starts going up, but volume is coming down like that, that's a weakening trend. We are still under the red Ichimoku cloud, which is not a bad thing because this is usually the point where we'll start climbing up to that. And we do have a good chance to go to the 22,650-ish area. And that's a forecast I've had for a while, but I'm not seeing the strength that we need right now for this breakout to push us up to those areas. So if we zoom back just a little bit, just kind of widen our view on this, we can kind of see this volume has kind of a cup shape. Now that's caught my attention because that doesn't play out well on falling wedges. But when we reanalyze this section of the pattern, if you can see my red lines here, this is called a descending triangle. And here's the thing about descending triangles. Now, they can break out in any direction, but 53% of the time it breaks out to the upside. So that's a plus, right? Now, one interesting thing about this, now if we go over to the pattern site and check out the volume profiles here, and we do have this cupped volume, the chart patterns that this pattern works out best for are descending triangles with up breakouts. That's positive news. Now I'm liking that. So for the moment, that's really what I'm focusing on rather than the larger pattern, which is a falling wedge, because when we draw that trend line, we don't have a break out of the descending pattern yet. So what I'm doing is I'm waiting for a breakout of this actual pattern rather than this big trend line here. Now, if we can get this, and of course, this will more than likely retest. Now, I don't know if it will go up to 22 and then come back for a retest, or if it will just, do a little retest from around the 2150 area. But a retest should be in order, and then we can confirm some possible upward action from there. The important thing that I'm looking for right now is for price to actually break up above this red line right here in this area. And until I see that, I am not confident enough to say that this breakout is going to be legit, because it could very easily roll over after taking an upward move, or it could just follow this trend line on back down, and we could come back and retest these lower areas around 18,000. That's what we want to keep an eye out for. We have got to see more volume. Now, the indicators are looking pretty good. RSI on the dailies at 56. We're in bullish territory there. The MACD is looking good. Definitely got the histogram going to the upside, and the EMAs here going to the upside there. Market cipher is looking all right. VWAP is starting to turn a little bit down, but money flow is coming up, and that's what we want to see. We want to see money flow get into the green area. We got a little way before our momentum wave here tops out. That's good. Stochastics, though, are pinned at the top, but that's not a problem, because if we look back to these other moves, right here when Bitcoin took off back in September last year, stochastics were pinned to the top during this whole move. So I'm not really concerned about waiting for stochastics to come back down and reset, because they're obviously going to be pinned up here for a little while. And that could be a good sign that we do have a stronger move. But I want to caution you, just to avoid, there will probably be a lot of moon talk right now since we do have a breakout of this big area. But since the volume is not there, I would wait for a confirmation above this red trend line here. Basically, we need to get around 20,500. If we can get there and hold that area, things look a little bit more promising for Bitcoin. Now, quickly, I want to take a look at the larger time frame than this. It's on the weekly. Weekly does have a green dot printing. We have to wait till Saturday evening before we can get an actual confirmation on this, but this is a good sign that we could have some more upswing. And our RSI is coming in at 31. Now, that's actually good on the weekly because we are bottom out. Going above 30, so that's actually a buy signal. So weeklies are looking good. So that's my update for you guys. Hopefully this will be helpful for you. I just wouldn't just FOMO into any kind of green candles that you see, not until we actually have a candle close and open above this red line. And it's probably not a bad idea to throw a few limit orders in around these 18,800 areas that we will probably come back and retest. It's a possibility. We'll see how this plays out. We'll keep an eye on this, and I'll keep you guys posted with what I see. Until next time, my name is Lane, your Crypto Road Dog, reminding you that, hey, you got this, baby. I don't always like videos, but when I do, I always prefer Road Dog Crypto. Trade wisely, my friends.